Well, hey guys, welcome to our Q&A, our live Q&A. If you are joining us, please ask us lots of questions. Today's live Q&A is how to still make Easter special. Hold on just a second. I'm going to raise this up. Just a minute. I know we're live. There we go. Here we go. Can everybody see that? Yes. All right, we're good. Okay, guys, so I have a few questions for each of you. Hold on. This is better. There we go. Okay, great. So I have a few questions for each of you. First of all, we have Matt Hoover here, who is our campus pastor at Newport News. We have Molly Antle, who works on the admin side at Water's Edge. And we have Bethany Poteet, who is Phil Poteet's wife. And as you know, we're all probably just a little bit busy with Easter planning, despite we're not meeting in a building per se. We're still all prepping big time for Easter. And we know that for a lot of us, it doesn't quite feel like Easter yet. Does it feel like Easter yet for you guys?
No.
No. I think part of that is because we have, we've been all, like I haven't been to the store, so I haven't been looking at all the Easter stuff. Is that kind of how y'all are feeling too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's start off. So Easter's kind of snuck up on us, and it doesn't really feel like Easter. So what are some things that you have done to prepare yourself for Easter, both spiritually and practically?
Yeah, I'll jump in. So I guess practically, trying to remember when you are going to the store to pick up some fun little things to make Easter special. I mean, I think so many of us are focused on finding the toilet paper. Go immediately to the toilet paper aisle and try to find toilet paper, or just try to find food really to keep you and your family nourished. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. So again, for us, going to the store and just practically thinking about, let's buy a few little treats and a few little things for our kids. But on the spiritual side, I think one of the things that I've been doing, and I think I've been trying to lead my family to do, not even specifically towards Easter, but just really in response to what's been happening in our nation, is keep your eyes on Jesus. And that's kind of been a prevailing message that I've tried to lead my family, and I've hopefully tried to lead our campus at our Newport News campus with is, guys, there's a lot of uncertainty out there. There's a lot of change happening. There's a lot of, we always take the example of like a storm, right? The wind is blowing, the rain is coming down, there's thunder, there's lightning, there's a lot of uncertainty. But Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. And if we keep our eyes on him, then that's what really satisfies our soul. That's what uplifts our heart. That's what refreshes us in even times of uncertainty. And I think as we've been keeping our eyes on Jesus, it kind of makes it feel more natural that we're walking toward Easter now with our eyes already fixed on Jesus. I kind of imagine, Pastor Stu talked about Palm Sunday this past Sunday, and how the crowd, they were all looking at Jesus as he was walking in. I kind of feel like I'm part of the crowd where all this craziness has been happening and my eyes have been fixed on Jesus. And I think that's been preparing my heart to get ready for Easter.
That's good. That's so good, Matt. Love it. Molly, how about you?
Yeah, I think that physically I've been really prepared, excuse me, but that's been part of out of necessity because we've been moving. So I knew that there was a good chance that physically I'd get lost if I didn't prepare ahead of time. So physically I feel very prepared. Spiritually it's been a much bigger challenge because I've got moving and working from home and finding this new normal and a new rhythm, and it's been a huge challenge for me. One of the things that I've been trying to do, I'm behind in it, but I have a devotional that I've been doing, and it takes me through the book of John, ministry, and then his death and resurrection. So I'm so hard to stay focused there. But as far as our family goes, we have been letting Edwin, our just newly 3-year-old, be on the Bible app in the mornings. And that's been the easiest way for us. You know, it's still such a hard concept for him, and he loves Jesus. He talks about Jesus all the time, but the idea of the resurrection is so hard. So we've just really been letting him explore the Bible app, because they make a section of it just for kids. And so when he wakes up in the morning, as we slowly roll out of bed, he's going on the Bible app.
It's good.
I love that. That's awesome. How about you, Bethany?
Yeah, for me, a lot of my spiritual journey is through the preschooler's eyes, because I'm a preschool teacher and I teach We World at church. And so much of my Easter is like about teaching it to the kids on their terms. And so I always pull out all my kids' Bibles and read it, and I'll read the actual scripture and just, and I am so blessed to usually be able to teach the children about Easter in person. So this year that's different, and that's been kind of hard for me, because it just brings me so much joy. And so I've been doing a lot of that by video. My preschoolers and we have a little page on Facebook, and actually doing some YouTube videos of just me teaching the Bible stories on there. And so I'm prepping one to work on today to teach them Easter. And Easter is a hard thing for kids, because it's sad, but I think it's important for them to feel that sadness somewhat. And then, you know, the same holiday, there's so much joy and hope in it as well. So that's how I've been actually reading all my little kids' books and my kids' Bibles and stuff. So
You've been getting ready.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. So most of the time, Easter is spent with family gathering and eating. And it kind of hit me like last week, like I'm not going to get to be eating with my friends and family like we always do. And that kind of hit me hard this weekend. I was like, oh, golly, I hate that. I really am going to miss that part of it. So, but, you know, I think sometimes you have to turn lemonade out of lemons, right? And so do you guys have any creative ways that you're going to celebrate Easter with family this year?
I mean, this Zoom call kind of thing, I talked with Addie today, you know, with having teenagers, I kind of am asking them, like, when they think of Easter, what does that mean to them? And then we take those things like big family dinners and Easter egg hunts with 30 cousins and all of these things, and how do we do that in quarantine? And so I've been talking with them like, okay, what does it feel like to be Easter? And then we're trying to come up with ideas together to turn those expectations into what we can do here. So we actually message with families, maybe do a Zoom call with them, and then, you know, just trying to come up with like, okay, Easter egg hunt at home and that kind of thing, just to try to make it special still.
That's good.
Yeah, I think for me, I've got families spread out really all over the country. And so I think this year, just really embracing the technology that we have, kind of like what Bethany was saying, you know, utilizing some of these video-based platforms, whether it's Zoom or whether it's FaceTime, you know, really just trying our best to stay connected. Just even as you were talking, I was thinking, you know, one cool way to, I guess, spend some time with your family that you may be separated from on Easter is maybe hosting like a watch party when you watch Water's Edge online, or you go to Water's Edge for the Easter experience. And hey, we're all as a family going to tune in to the 9:30, and we're going to host a watch party, and so people can comment within the watch party and interact that way as well. You know, again, just really embracing technology right now seems to be the best way to keep people connected and to still, you know, try to make it special.
Yeah, that's good. Molly, how about you guys? Oh, Molly left us for a minute.
Molly disappeared.
That's all right. That's okay. It's technology.
So true.
Well, you know, it's funny because one of my friends, I was talking to a friend of mine, and they are actually going to still kind of, oh, there's Molly. There she is.
I don't know what happened, but I'm moving just in case.
That's awesome.
So we're the same with my family's all over the place, and so we've just really been trying to embrace the Zoom calls as well. And then we are living outside, and so we've been doing a lot of making family dinners about being outside. And so we'll celebrate our Easter dinner outside, enjoying the weather, and hopefully, and just embracing that we're in a new season with where we can be outside.
Yeah.
So
That's
that's really where we're trying to look to and have fun there.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was talking to a friend of mine, and she had this idea. I thought it was a really cool idea, kind of taking the family favorites, that foods, we all have kind of the same, like, I love my mom's ham and, all of those favorite things that you normally have. My mother-in-law makes an amazing carrot cake, like all of those cool things that we always do. And figuring out a way to still share that together. So either you would make it at home and just kind of all eat together at the same time by Zoom or something like that. Or even, making it and kind of making secret drop-off deals, like like putting the carrot cake on the porch or something, So, yeah. I thought that was a good idea, because I thought, hey, that's something we could actually do. I think we could pull that off and still have
I'll make sure to tell my mom that, and they can drop deviled eggs off on my porch.
Yes, exactly. And that'll probably be in exchange for your pies or something.
Yeah, exactly. We can do a trade.
Yes, that's so good. That's awesome. Well, let me ask, if you've got kids and I've got teenagers, what are you doing this week to celebrate Easter with them? What are some activities that you're doing? Because, even though all of this is still kind of happening, we still really want to make this time special, and we really want to help keep their focus in the right spot before Easter. So what are some things that you guys are doing to help make your Easter special with your kids?
So, go ahead, Molly.
Okay, sorry. I was just going to say, we've been doing a couple arts and crafts, and I'm sure Bethany has some other ideas too, work with preschoolers, but here's just one example. My son decorated an egg. Just a fun thing to do, to just be talking about Easter. But other than that, we are loving the online resources. Waters Edge Church watersedgechurch.net /kids online, and that has been great for Edwin because he can sing and dance along. And even Ansley's trying to do a little bit of that now, and she's only one. So those have been our biggest resources and our biggest way to stay focused in the midst of the craziness and with the age of my children.
Yeah, so I've got a wide range of kids as well. So my oldest is 9, and then I have a 7-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So we've got a wide gamut. But one activity that we've seen success with over the past, let me start with this. So what we're trying this year is to actually take this week and teach each week, spend a little bit of time with our family walking them through Holy Week. So significant events that took place that led to the crucifixion and ultimately led to the resurrection, and then trying to do some activities along with each of those things. And on Pinterest and stuff, you can find tons of activities, stuff you can print out, fun things you can do with just your family, unique questions to ask during the Holy Week. So there's a lot of resources out there. But my favorite part of what we do as a family every Easter is we have a special way of delivering Easter baskets, right? We do the traditional Easter basket with the candy and the gifts and stuff like that on Easter morning. But what we'll do is on the night before Easter morning, we'll spend that night talking about the crucifixion. And we'll talk about how Jesus paid the penalty for our sin. And essentially he took all the bad stuff that we do, and he took it to the grave with him, and he overcame that. He He offers us something so much better. He offers us this thing called salvation. So what we do is we gather the family around, and it's kind of a cool exercise. What we do is we challenge our kids to think about, hey, what were some things maybe this year or maybe over the past week or even the past 2 hours that have been thumbs down choices, maybe bad decisions that you made or you've been tempted in one way or another. And what they do is they write them down on these slips of paper. It's almost like kind of a family confession time. And they write them down on cookies paper, and then we fold them up, and they put them in their basket or Easter basket, which is totally empty. There's nothing in it. It just has the word sin written across it, right? So they drop their little sins into their basket, right? And after they drop their sins into their basket, we all gather together, and I essentially lead my family through kind of a salvation prayer where we ask God to forgive us of the sins and the bad decisions, the thumbs down decisions that we've made, and that God would forgive us and make us new and bless us, right? And so we lead our kids through that moment on Saturday night. And when we put the kids to bed, my wife and I stay up and we take out all that stuff and throw it away, and then we fill up their Easter basket with all these great things. So the visual for our kids is when you come to Jesus with the stuff that's kind of yucky and you trust him with it, he'll give you something so much better. And so that's one of the ways that we really highlight Easter each and every year, and we found success with that from our 9-year-old all the way down to our 4-year-old. So it's been really fun.
That's awesome. Such a good idea, Matt. I love it. I hear Kendall on YouTube here is saying that she's going to explain to her kids what communion is and why they partake in it. So I love that. That's really cool. She's got a couple. If you look in the notes here, you can see a couple good ideas that Kendall's giving us too. Bethany, how about you guys?
Well, obviously the big family stuff, we do the egg hunt and the dyeing of the eggs and doing crafts and all that. We're going to do all of that stuff. We're going to make sure that all of that's really fun. But also, my husband's side of the family, we always would eat together, and a lot of times my father-in-law would read us or kind of give a little Easter lesson to the kids, and then we all kind of sing. And so we're going to ask him to do that over Zoom this year, and the kids can all get their instruments and get by the piano or whatever, and we'll just sing and have almost like a mini church service with the kids. And it blesses my mother-in-law too. I mean, she's got dementia, and so she does not understand this at all. It's like the kids have a hard enough time understanding it, and she just doesn't understand. We get on the screen and she's like, well, come on over, she doesn't understand. So it'll be a nice, music is something that she hasn't forgotten. And so we're gonna sing together and just try to make it as joyful and together-ish as we can. So
I love that. That's really awesome. That's going to be really sweet. Yeah, I think one of the things that I think is most important in this time is for us to give our family, as much normal as possible. So all the normal things that you always do, if you do an Easter egg hunt and stuff 5 million eggs, or if you dye Easter eggs, or if you can find them, give your family as much normal as possible, because there's so much not normal right now, that I really do believe, and I hope to give this to my kids too, is just some special moments to cling on to, that when they look back at this time, that they would remember it for that they would recognize it as a difficult time in season, but they would also recognize the good that came out of it and the special moments that I helped facilitate. And so I would say kind of give them the most normal Easter as possible, and then just do some things to try to make it special,
I think it's important too to let them grieve and let them feel sad when they need to. There's been times when my girls have come to me and just been really heartbroken and sad, and I told them, me too. And we all feel that. And I think it's important to not just be like, well, everybody's struggling, move on. I think we need that space to, it is sad and it is hard. And so I think giving them that space to, those feelings are okay. It's just, we just need to talk about it and be together in it and, just have the space to have the joy, but also to have the sad stuff too. And that's kind of what Easter is.
Yeah.
I mean, grief and joy. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. All right. I got two more quick questions for you. What are scriptures that you're reading this week to help you focus on Holy Week?
I have one, 1 Thessalonians 4:14. I wrote it down because I don't have it
I
memorized.
love that.
For we believe that Jesus died and rose again. And so we believe that God will bring with Jesus those who have fallen asleep in him. And I just think about how many people we're reaching that would not have come to church. And I know people come to church on Easter and Christmas too, but some don't still. And this is right in their home. We're opening up and everyone's looking for hope.
Yeah.
Everybody's looking for some good. And I think maybe we're reaching people this Easter that we would never have before if there wasn't a quarantine. I don't know.
That's good. So good. Molly, what you got? Go ahead, Matt. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so, there's the classic. Again, our family many times seems to focus on Easter around the idea of salvation. And so, John 3:16 is a well-known verse, a very popular verse, but just the fact that what Easter represents is God's gift of salvation to man. For God so loved the world that he gave, and, he gave us a Savior who was willing to die upon a cross, be tortured for crimes he didn't do. He was willing to give us a king that would rise from the grave, conquer death, hell, and the grave. And so again, just being reminded of that simple truth that God could have stayed up in heaven and said, "Oh, poor human, they'll never get their act together." But he had so much love and grace and compassion on us, he was willing to send his one and only son. And then another scripture that's really interesting that is kind of bubbled up in my spirit and my heart over the past couple of days is John 12:32. And when I am lifted up, I will draw all men to myself. And there's this really pivotal scene, when Jesus is lifted up on the cross, right? It's almost like the end of the story. It's like, oh my goodness, the hero has died. But the reality is that one visual of Jesus being lifted up on the cross has brought so much hope and so much joy to people all over the planet. And if we continue to lift up Jesus, right, we continue to wave that banner, God will continue to draw people to his heart, and salvation will rule in our land and in our world, and even in the midst of uncertainty. And so again, it's this idea of thanking God for the gift, but then also in everything you try to raise him up, try to make his name known. And when we do, God's going to draw people to himself.
It's so good. I love it. So good. Thanks, Matt. Molly, is there any scripture in particular that's kind of been sticking out to you during this season?
Not necessarily. I actually, when I moved, I left my book back there. I forgot it. But really, my devotional has been really honing me in on the Gospel of John. And so I've just been reading that. And, it's a full journey. Every day I read a little bit more. So reading all about Holy Week, then I'm reading all about the death and the crucifixion, and eventually it'll lead me to, of course, him rising from the grave. So I've been more focused on the story as a whole in this season, and just really kind of what Bethany was talking about, like feeling it.
Yeah.
Like really trying to focus on feeling the weight of Easter.
It's so good. So good. All right, one fun question here, okay? What are you guys doing about Easter baskets? What in the world?
I've been on shift. My shift shopper picked it all up for me last week.
I've been shipping Amazon as well, but we went with a more stay-at-home friendly items.
Yeah.
Us too.
So a lot of times when I'm not working, I want to be out doing things like going to the museum or taking the kids on adventures. But I really had to refocus on what are things, and especially in the process of moving, what are things that I don't have to hold on to in the middle of the move that are kind of more disposable, but also things that we can do from home. And so we did a lot of like bathtub themed, like bath bombs and scented bubble bath and things like that, bathing suits so that we can play outside in the yard when it gets warmer. So those are the things we really focused on. And I'm not a big, huge candy all over the basket person. So we keep ours small and simple. And yeah, so we went with bubble bath and bathing suits.
I love it. That's awesome.
Great.
So good. Yeah, we I went to Food Lion for like the next 3 weeks on Friday, I think it was, and bought everything from Food Lion. So I mean, it's just how it's going these days, you know.
A lot of candy. I actually wrote candy in all capitals. We love candy.
Yeah.
But we have teenagers too, so and then we got some Play-Doh and that kind of stuff, painting supplies, and just different crafty stuff that we can all do. It's hard to find things when you have a 16, a 14, and a 7-year-old.
Yeah.
That we all want to do together. So, but they all love to paint and craft, and we just like to play with Play-Doh.
That's awesome. I love that. No, it's so true. It's so true. Okay, one very last question here. So we, so much of our culture at Water's Edge is all about inviting for Easter. That's just kind of what we do. Like Pastor Stu is always encouraging us, invite. So how can we invite others to attend our online services this year? And what kind of follow-up can we do with that? Because we still need to be inviting, right? So what does that look like for us this year?
I think it kind of is. I use social media even when we could go out. I mean, you invite people in person, but I think a lot of it is, Facebook and Instagram and all of these things, and texting people and Facebook Messenger, phone calls, I think, and then just following up and reminding people. And I think the more I post on my own page, like I'm sharing like the living room worship or sharing the services or whatever, I think people see, everybody's on social media right now, even people who weren't before, or are finding themselves trying to connect in some way. So
yeah, we find ourselves in a really unique time. It's number one, everyone is on a screen right now because, again, that's really the only place you can go right now, and there's not a lot of competing priorities. And so we really are positioned to have a great opportunity to invite people. So you take those practical things, right? So people are already on the screen, there's no competing priorities, plus the longing for connection and longing for hope that our nation has right now. It really is the perfect seedbed to offer an invitation. And then to take it even a step further, a lot of the reason why people are hesitant to invite people to their churches is because they fear rejection. And it's funny how when you go online, your fear of rejection is significantly lower. Like if you share something or tag someone in a photo or hey, I want you to come check this out, and they ignore it or they blow you off or they tell you no, you just kind of move on. But if you were to do that in person, you would feel like that's the end of a friendship. So that's like you just compromise, your friendship with that person. And so I think really our situation is actually creating a really, really great opportunity for people to invite. And I think people are going to be very receptive to an invite as well because of the situation happening right now.
Agreed. Yeah. And so I just want to encourage you guys, still invite, please still invite, and, ask them to join you, kind of text them throughout, or do a Facebook watch party or something like that. I mean, the services that we have for Easter are still going to be just as incredible as they always are. Our staff's working so hard. And so we would love for you guys to continue to invite. Our service times for Easter are 8, 9:30, 11, 6, 7:30, and 9. For those of you night owls, or if you want to put the littles to bed and watch the service without little children, we got it all for you. So we have lots of options for you guys this year. Also, we have a very special Good Friday service that will be on demand all day. And I think it will be a really special time for you and for your family. we'll be talking about communion, and it's just going to be a really, really cool time for all of us. And I think it's really going to get us ready for Easter Sunday. So I think this weekend we have a lot of fun and exciting things happening. So please don't miss out, and remember just to try to make it a special weekend for you and for your family. So any last words, guys?
Hope you find all the Easter eggs.
Yes.
See where you hid them.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. And Matt and Bethany and Molly, thanks for taking your time today to share with us. We really appreciate it. And we hope you guys have a great rest of the day. We have some more good stuff coming online, so don't forget to check out our website for what we got going on. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.